Hello, hi everyone. It's Gus Tucker. We're here for Financial Freedom Fridays. And the background is different. You see that? Background is different because I'm in my office and don't have the virtual background up. And this office, we're doing some pretty cool stuff that we're going to tell you about come January of next year, or maybe the next couple of months. Some breakthrough things we're doing in the financial arena that you're going to want to hear about. Groundbreaking. What we're going to do today is we're going to circle back into what we were talking about, which is putting together your financial plan, creating pathways to financial independence, and getting beyond your goals, because you guys have put together your budgets, and hopefully you have financial goals, right? And we're going to go from knowing to doing and knowing to becoming. It's time to make things happen, guys. Time to make things happen big time. So we're going to get going because our goal is financial independence. And it's where we're going to have enough money to live without having to work for basic necessities. And that can be a reality. It really can. And I've got a new computer here. As I was telling the producer of the show, I got a Mac for the first time. And I'm learning how to use it, so y'all bear with me. Okay? So please go to this website, take the quiz, the Financial Literacy Challenge. We change the questions from time to time. I would go there, how money works, then my name and challenge. Take the challenge, see your score, and get a free ebook. The ebook will be life-changing, and it'll help you as you're putting together your financial strategy. The book will help you to think through that strategy. You also can get a financial freedom checklist and a financial needs analysis. So we're going to speed through this quickly. You've seen the book, get the book, read the book. And we're going through the 7 money milestones as we put together this plan. Now, we talked about taking action, make it happen. Say what you want until you see what you say. In other words, keep repeating your goals. Keep repeating your goals over and over and over again. I encourage you to create a vision board for yourself. Okay. I encourage you to journal, make notes about your progress towards your goals. Here's one of my journals right here, and it says Angels and Entrepreneurs on the front of it that I journal in. And here's a book I'm reading that I would encourage you guys to check out. It's called Hustle. And it says The Power to Change, to Charge Your Life with Money, Meaning, and Momentum. It's about 3 entrepreneurs, okay? Because we all need to be hustling. So now, get your budgets out. This is time for you to work on your plan. Now, I would encourage you to consider using an app called Truebill. I use it. It tracks all my assets, my liabilities, my net worth, my budget, my spending. It analyzes my budget for me and encourages me to do things like renegotiate some subscriptions or bills that seem high to them based on their database. Subscriptions I'm not using, to get rid of them, all kinds of stuff. I encourage you to check out Truebill. I don't make any money from it, okay? It's just been very helpful for me, okay? Truebill is phenomenal. It is a really, really, really good app, okay? Now, when you get your budget out, you're going to find out that you're in only one of 3 positions where your cash flow is greater than your expenses, your cash flow is equal to your expenses, or your cash flow is less than your expenses. I was talking to a new client the other day, and I encouraged her to get on Truebill because she's losing several thousands of dollars every month that she doesn't know what she's doing. She makes really good money. She does a pretty good job of taking care of her expenses. But with this extra money, she doesn't have a plan for it, so she's blowing it. Okay? So when your cash flow is greater than your expenses, you can do that. Cash flow equal to expenses and less than expenses. Now, the things I'm going to give you are tips. Don't take them as advice like Gus said I should do this. No. Either meet with one of our professionals on our team. My phone number's on there. Mike told me, Gus, put your phone number up there. I'm like, okay. So my phone, give me a ring. We can sit down, chat with you, answer your questions, or meet with the professional that you're working with, okay? Now, 4 things for the person whose cash flow is greater than expenses, We're not going to spend time on this, but just mention it. You don't want to be getting the tax refund, guys. I met with my accountant the other day. He made a mistake. He's going to get me another $1,000. He's going to give me $1,000 back. We paid a little bit. He's going to give me another $1,000 back. So we're getting close to even. You don't want to owe the government and you don't want to pay the government. You want to kind of be close to even. So you want to do tax planning. So if you're getting a refund, use that link I gave you. I'm going to show it to you again. Use that link I gave you. Watch the tape back either last week or this week. Use the link I gave you to adjust your paycheck so you get that money in your check and then you can invest that money. Then you want to look at whether you're on track for retirement or not. Showed you a retirement calculator. Do you have enough in the right kind of life insurance? And then college funding for your kids. So here's the link. Here's the link called Smart Asset. Smartasset.com, and you check your taxes and then you'll put your state in. Okay, and then you look at your current paycheck and withholdings, use your current W-9, then you'll change your W-9, the exemptions, until you get your check where you want it to be. If you have questions about that, reach out to us, we can help you. Are you on track for retirement? This young lady that I mentioned to you the other day, she makes really good money. Ask her, when do you want to retire? How much do you want to live on when you retire? I don't know. Those are things to think about. Retirement may not mean that you stop working, but what I hope it means is you stop having to work for money. You understand what I'm saying? So what that means is if you don't have to work for money anymore, you want to have enough money coming in from other sources so that the money that you're working for is really not needed. You're doing it more for the work that you're doing, the mental work, the physical work you're doing, and you just love what you're doing. It's not about the money. You want to have the money thing taken care of, but we need to have a plan on where the money's going to come from. Social Security, pension, annuity, real estate, business investments. Where's it going to come from? We're going to use the rule of 72 and an investment calculator to figure out where we're going to put that money. Okay. So are you on track for retirement? College funding, you want to use this calculator to figure out, between now and when your child starts college, how much it's going to cost, how much are you going to pay, how much are you going to get through scholarships and the grants and other things. And then you can start putting the plan together so it doesn't catch up on you, okay? You can also use this for your grandchildren. Then we talked about life insurance, getting the right kind, first getting enough. And then once you determine how much you need, then you can determine what kind you need, okay? We talked about that. We talked about term versus cash value. Neither is better than the other. They're just different. And you need to understand which one you need. Then we talked about some rules of thumb about having enough, okay? And we went through these. We'll go through these again, but we went through talking about term versus permanent insurance. And then we talked about some benefits of insurance. We're going to go through that again, but I'm going to click through it. We're going to get to the second scenario where your cash flow is equal to your expenses. Now, that's the person pretty much that's living paycheck to paycheck. Now, here's what I know in America. Over half the people in America are in this situation. Over half. Okay. And so here's what's key for this situation. One, you got to get on a budget. You got to get on the budget because one of the first things we need to do is decrease our spending and really make sure we are being very smart about how we're spending our money. Okay, that's what's up. Cash flow equal to expenses is tight. We need to really ratchet down the spending. Not that you're not going to enjoy your life. You are going to enjoy your life, but you got to ratchet down on the spending. And we need to focus on increasing our income. What can you do to increase your income? And we're going to talk about 20 different ideas about reducing your spending and a couple different ideas about how to increase your income. Okay. And do you have enough in the right kind of life insurance? We're going to talk about that. Yeah, more revenue streams is more sustainability, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. So I know my wife and I have 4 streams of income. Okay. So we encourage you to have multiple streams of income. Get one going then get the second, then get the third, get the fourth, and usually they'll work together. Uh, so again, are you getting the tax refund? Smartasset.com. You're going to go through that process to make sure you're handling your taxes correctly. Reduce your spending. So here's some tips. First, change your W-9 to increase your tax flow. That was from tip number 1. Number 2, dining out, especially nowadays. We dine out different ways. You can physically go to a place, right, and get a meal, but you can also have the meal delivered to you. Do you see the delivery charges? The delivery charges cost more than the food. Have you known? It's crazy. So reduce your dining out or ordering in. If you just go pick it up, if it's close, you'll save a lot of money. But reduce dining out. Okay? Check your online subscriptions. Truebill will help you with that. You probably got some subscriptions that you're paying for that you never use. Oh, it's not that much money. Okay, here's what I want you to do. Everybody out there listening, it's not that much money. Send me $5 a month. All y'all. You know the plural of y'all? When somebody says y'all, it's all y'all. So all y'all send me $5 a month. It ain't much, just $5 a month. Now, think about this for a second. As you think about increased income. Now, I want you to think about this. How many people on the earth? 7 billion. 7 billion. Now, how much do you need to live on every month? Whatever it is, divided into 7 billion. It's a really little number, isn't it? So what if you had something of value that you could share with people online that they would pay you $1 a month for? If someone paid you $1 a month for something you could do, how many people would have to subscribe to your service before you can make all your bills and then some? Would it be 5,000 people? Would it be 10,000 people? Even if it was 20,000 people, as a percentage of all the people that are out there, it's a really low number. So you could be somebody else's online subscription that they don't need, but they're paying you a lot of money, okay? Sell stuff you don't need. This summer, my wife and I, it is the purge, okay? We're getting rid of all kind of stuff that we don't need. But you know what? Some of that stuff could be sold and people could make money with it. Or you can make money with it. How many of y'all got clothes in your closet with the tags on them? Okay. How many of you have books? I know some people really like to read books. They don't like doing the Kindle thing. Maybe they could buy your old books, clothing. Okay. If you have things like vinyl records, they're coming back. All kind of things. Sell stuff you don't need. Okay. Review all your current services, your cell phone bill. There's opportunities within the company you have and switching companies to save money. Auto and home insurance. You ought to check that out every year. Put it out to bid. See if you can save some money. Streaming and cable services. Wi-Fi. We got rid of cable, right? And we've got a streaming service and we've got the internet, and it's less money, a lot less money. Use apps on services that you use. Like there are apps that tell you where the lowest gas prices are. There are apps that tell you where the best place to park are. There are apps for everything, and they can help you save money. Like I use an app called Spot Hero for parking. In Chicago, trying to park downtown, I can save a half. $20 parking space is $10. Hello? You do that enough, it adds up. Gasoline. All right, I have a subscription to a particular gas station that combines a car wash. I save money on gas and the car wash together. Because in Chicago, you can wash your car a lot or need to wash it a lot, right? Improve your credit to reduce interest payments. If you reduce your interest payments, that's hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a year. Okay, how do you improve your credit? There are all kinds of books out there on credit repair. You can hire a credit repair service. The key thing is, one, make your payments on time. if not early. 2, manage the amount of credit you have and how you use it. The amount of credit you have and how you use it. Get a good book on credit repair to walk you through how to do it. 3, get the errors off your credit report. I know I have errors on my credit report that I need to get off. I've just been lazy. Get the errors off your credit report, your credit score will go up. Okay? And your interest rates will go down, and that's more money to go in your pocket. Okay? Increase your giving and your saving. Wait a minute, Gus. I'm trying to have more money. And I want to give more money away. Yep, give and it shall be given unto me. Given unto you shall men give into your bosom, shaken down, pressed together. Okay? So give more and watch what happens. Also, save money. Saving money needs to be automatic. My wife and I have a system where anytime money comes in, we automatically save and give right off the top. Okay? It makes a huge difference when you do that. Unsubscribe from emails. You guys are subscribed to emails. I know I am. On Google now, if you don't open an email from somebody or whatever for a long time, it'll give you hints. Do you want to subscribe from these guys? And typically I say yes. But there are a lot of folks you can unsubscribe for. Why? Because they're pushing stuff. And the more you see ads for things, you're more likely that something catches your eye and you spend money on it and you didn't need to. Okay? Pack your lunch for work. Save a lot of money going out to lunch. A lot of money. Think about that. 5 days a week, $10, $15 a day, $20 a day. It's $100 a week. In a month, that's $300, $400. Over a year, that's $4 or $5 grand. Look at how much money you would have if you save $5,000 a year until you retire, and you got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10% interest. Play around with that. Wow, it's a lot of money. Okay. Always ask for discounts, even if they're not published. My mother was, it didn't matter. There'll be no signs up for no sales. And she would ask the salesperson every time, what kind of discount will you give me on this? I'm a single mom. I got to stretch my budget. I got these 2 boys. Invariably, even at a chain store, she'd get a discount somehow. Invariably, she'd get a discount, 10, 15, 20, 30%, especially at privately owned stores, right? So always ask for discounts, okay? Have a no spend zone in your calendar. Have some days of the week where you just don't spend money or days in the month that on these days, I'm just not going to spend any money. It's like I'm going to diet from spending money. Try it. Try it. How about no Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts? Gus, how am I going to live? Come on, no Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. Try it. Use the library for books or music rather than a subscription or buying books or buying music. Try a subscription. Okay? Try the library where you're not spending money on every book, every CD, every music, every stream, whatever. Okay? So those are just some ways to reduce your income. You can Google how to reduce your income. There are lots of articles out there on doing that. Okay? Now, look for ways to improve your income. Look, everybody out there should start a business. I had a meeting with my tax person the other day. We have several businesses on real estate. Tax deduction, tax deduction, tax deduction. We're going on a trip to Dallas over the weekend. Part business, part pleasure. We're going to write a portion of the trip off over the Memorial Day weekend. Why? Because we own a business and we're going to be able to do business when we're on the trip. The trip has a dual purpose. Okay? So start a business. Everybody should own a business. Why? For the income opportunity first. Every business solves a problem. Is there something out there that you're passionate about, that you'd like to solve a problem? You'd like to help some people Please start a business. Start a business. It's also a way for you to reduce your taxes. It's also a way for you to create multi-generational wealth. Our kids are going to take over the real estate we own and the businesses we own, and it's going to provide for their families. Okay? Learn communication and sales skills. Look, everything is selling. If you're a parent, you're trying to sell an idea to your kids. If you're a husband or a wife, you're trying to sell ideas to your spouse. If you're at work, you're trying to sell ideas to your boss. Like, here's a great idea, boss. I need a raise. Okay, so learn communication and sales skills that'll help build your confidence in dealing with people. Okay, that's all a part of starting a business. Everybody should own a business. Each one of you should own a business. I'm not saying you should be full-time in business on your own, but everybody should own a business. Okay, the number one investment you can make is in yourself. And the highest rate of return is going to come from a business that you own yourself. Okay? Next is, if you're working, get promoted. What's your plan to get promoted? Work with your manager on developing a plan to get you promoted. What do you have to do? What do you have to learn? How do you have to be to get promoted? Look at that, man. What is your plan to get promoted? How do you do that? Improve your skills and your value to your employer and to society, and apply these skills, right? So today and every day, I look at, I'm working with this startup company and we're doing some cool stuff. So I'm learning every day. I'm getting paid to go to school. I'm learning a new industry. I'm learning a new set of skills. I'm developing some new relationships. Improve your skills and your value to your employer and to society, and you'll get promoted. Okay? If they're not feeling you where you're at now, there's no opportunity. Get a new job, make a change, or get a second job. You know, maybe not forever, but to knock out a bill, to do this, to do that. Some goals you have. Okay? So look for ways to improve your income. The last thing is, do you have enough in the right kind of life insurance? Why do we keep bringing this up? Here's why. Life insurance started back in the 1300s. The first life insurance and annuity policies were developed back in the 1300s. Guess what, guys? In America today, 60% of Americans don't have life insurance. 60%. And the ones that do, they don't have enough, or they don't have the right kind. So we keep going over this. Why? Because in about 700 years, we still have 6 out of 10 people that haven't made a decision to insure themselves. And there's 2 things that'll screw up your financial plan. You know what they are? One is dying. Dying will mess up your financial plan. And the second thing is worse. Well, what's worse than dying? Almost dying. And you can't work, and you create medical bills. Oh my goodness. Bankruptcy from medical bills is very high in America. It's the number one cause of bankruptcy, medical bills. Okay? So what do you need to do? Determine the right amount of insurance by developing a strategy. One of the strategies we use is just 10 times your gross salary. However much money you make, you need to have at least 10 times that. Okay? Because you want to provide for your family for 10 years. That's what 10 times the salary will do. Will provide for your family for 10 years. Right? And then hopefully over that 10 years, they can get themselves back on track financially. That's one way to look at it. Second way to look at it is look at what's going to cost for a funeral. How much debt do you have? That's a number. Income. I was talking to a person the other day. They make more than $10,000 a month. Right? So they needed 7 figures of insurance to replace that income for their child's life. Wow. Who would have thought they needed 7 figures worth of insurance? Oh no, no way, no how. Oh yeah. Your mortgage, do you want to pay the mortgage off on your primary property, your rental properties if you were to pass away, to create a stable living environment for your family? I don't know. Estate, who do you want to leave money to? Who do you want to leave money to help them have a better start in life? Do you wish somebody was having this conversation about you 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, how they could leave you 10, 20, 50, 100, 200,000, $1 million from life insurance, where they paid pennies on the dollars to get it, but you got a lot of money? That's estate. Education, your education or somebody you love, helping them to pay for that education so they can get it. What are your thoughts about that? Okay, insurance can help you to do that. Two kinds of life insurance, term and cash value. Neither is the best, they're just different. If you look at this screen, term insurance is like renting. I'm going to go to the next screen because it's a little bit bigger. Term insurance is like renting a home. When you get through renting, you don't own the place. You may get your security deposit back depending on how well you took care of it. You may not. But with the life insurance, once you've had a term policy and the term ends, that's it. Unless you get something called return of premium, where if you live the whole time the policy's in force, you get all 30 years of your money back. It's like you never paid for it. That's pretty cool. So that's term insurance. Why is it good? It's affordable. You can get a lot of it for not a lot of money. You can set it up so the premiums don't change. You can have a low premium for 30 years. Okay, and now they have something called living benefits. If you got sick or hurt, was out of work, would you rather get a check or not get a check? Check, no check. Check, no check. What would you want? Check, no check. Old insurance, no check. The only way you get a check is you got to die, or you got to have a terminal illness and be about to die. Okay? With these, you don't. You could have a number of things happen to you: heart attack, stroke, cancer, be in an accident, right? You don't die, but your lifestyle's changed. Okay? You can bring some of that money that's in your death benefit to you. If they call it an accelerated death benefit, a living benefit, and the cost is already paid for in the insurance. So if you got hurt, check, no check. What do you want? Okay. The second kind of insurance is permanent, where part of your money, when you pay your premium every month, goes to pay for the insurance, and part goes to pay the insurance company for having that insurance in place and keeping it in place for your entire life. And that's what one of the benefits of permanent insurance. No matter how long you live, you're going to have it. And no longer how long your spouse lives, if they have permanent insurance, they'll be taken care of as well. So that's the second thing. There's at least 4 kinds of permanent insurance: whole life, universal life, index universal life, and something called variable universal life. What's the difference with all of them? Well, with whole life, you have to pay for it your entire life. Typically a fixed premium, it doesn't change, pays for your entire life. And it will grow your money inside it, typically around 3-4%. But many of these companies that sell your whole life to get your money out, you have to take an 8% loan against your own self. Wait a minute. It's going to cost me money to get money I just saved? Yep, sure will. Yep, it will. The other insurances, universal life, index universal life. Universal life usually pays you 3, 4, 5%. Index universal life, 8 to 12%. So if insurance costs about the same, what would you want? Whole life, universal, or index that pays you more money? You'd want index. And there are a lot of benefits with the index insurance that I can't get into right now, but we'll come back and handle some of that later. But the third financial situation you can find yourself in, this is talking about the living benefits, is your cash flow is less than your expenses. If that's you, okay, immediately we got to reduce our budget and we got to go make some more money somehow. Second job, new job, got to make that happen. Okay, so find ways to reduce your spending, find ways to increase your income. You should get term insurance. Why? Because it's not wise to be investing money in an insurance policy over and above what you really need when you've got a situation where your cash flow is less than your expenses. You should have the insurance for sure. It's a priority item, but just be careful. Also, develop an emergency fund. Typically, people that are living paycheck to paycheck don't have any savings. And every time something comes up, they're hitting their credit card or spending the money that's set aside for this. You want to have a concrete saving plan with goals for it at a bank. Get to know your banker so they hold you accountable. Okay, work with your spouse to hold you accountable to doing the right thing. Okay, well, guys, that's our time for today. We're going to pick up, we're going to walk through the life insurance piece one more time when we get together, and then we're going to go cash flow less than expenses, and then we're going to be finished with this first part of putting together your financial plan. So what you should have by next week is you got your budget laid out, you know which one of the three situations you're in, and you're beginning to work on the things that we talked about. While you're getting this week, you're getting with someone who's a financial professional who's going to help you put this together. Do that this week. Don't put it off. Do it this week. Okay, so you can have, as we call it, some adult conversations. Not adult beverages, but adult conversations about your money. Okay, and you be open and honest about it, because that's how you grow. Proverbs 28:13 says the person that's open and honest about themselves are the ones who win. So with that, we're recovering some stuff because we need to hear it again. We need to hear it again. We need to hear it again. So Financial Freedom Fridays at Gmail. You can hit me up at 312-569-0757. 312-569-0757. You can hit me up and, let's get together. Come to our Facebook page. Join the Facebook page. Put your questions in there. Okay? As we see more and more people joining, we're going to start dropping information in there. We start dropping information in there. Be helpful for you. Okay, guys, take care. Have a great Friday. Boom, Memorial Day weekend's coming up. Have fun. Eat lots of barbecue.